Okay, so now let's go to the Refinitiv website and see how it looked like. By the way, we have been joined by Sadeep. Sadeep is my PhD student, my future colleague. So he's doing PhD with me, and I was talking about geopolitical risk, and he's the one who is becoming expert on that topic. And he started his PhD 1 year ago. Yeah. And now it's his second year. Yeah. And working on Refinitiv and ESG issues. And I just invited him to come and have what we are discussing here. Okay, so you will be logged in using your details. I'm going to use. I'm going to sign in. Sometimes these kind of databases can take longer because of the real-time data being used on the back end. So what was the strategy that I shared with you? When you go to any web browser, what we need to do? Any web page? Read it textbook. How should start from the start and then browse down? Instead of so many things, you can see so many different work areas which can be tabs in itself. You can click on any and it can take you to few pages and it will become quite messy. So if you start from there, then on the top we have few options: sample layout, market monitoring. I'd consider it as a search bar, like Google Scholar. You search for any topic, any company, anything. So what we are going to do, we are going to straight away start from here. Instead of bothering about what the user interface look like, you can explore it on your own. So I'm going to select a company. For example, I'm a student in Fin 950. I have to work on assessment 3 and I have chosen BHP to as a company to analyze. So I'm going to BHP page. So you can know the ticker and you can write ticker here. You can write the name of the company. Few options will come. So sometimes we may develop a habit. We write something and click enter straight away. Then we are not sure where the database have taken us. This database works very nicely, like Google Scholar and Google browser work. You type something BHP. Now you wait. Is there any option coming? So we need BHP listed on Australian Stock Exchange and equity. From here, it looked like depository receipt from New York Stock Exchange. No option is coming. If you look at here, ordinary share, Australian Stock Exchange, it's coming here. But if nothing is coming here, you can write Australia here. And then it comes on the top. So you can add some more terms and the company will be coming. Okay, so now I'm on the BHP page. So anything I need to know about BHP, it's there. So now again, start from the top. There is a BHP ticker, the name of the group, and some stock market information. Okay, so where it closed and volume information and few more indicators. So now I go to the second list. It's belong to Australia, listed on ASX, diversified mining, giving me some information about the sector and industry BHP is operating in. Then I go down and now there are so many different sections. So overview, like sometime you meet someone first time, we introduce ourselves, get an overview, what we are doing. So overview of a company is very important. So this is the first tab, overview. So under that tab, you can see there are different types of overviews you can get. A summary overview, valuation overview, fundamental overview, trading overview. So if I click on valuation overview and then click enter, so I'm on valuation overview. Valuation is more of a stock price information related overview will come. So you can see here, most of the things, pricing stuff, the chart is coming, some news are also coming, some research events, and then some more valuation related information is coming, relative valuation. There is a one technique to value a company that is coming, and then pair analysis. So this is what is coming under valuation. But if I change it to fundamental overview, now some key ratios are also coming, like some financial information is coming. That's what we say fundamental. When it comes relative, more of a stock pricing from pricing point of view, price over sales, price over book value. So that will come. And you can change it to trading as well. So this will be trading overview. And there are few differences that will appear. So that's an overview. And then you can look at this company tree structure, codes and schemes. So more overview related information will appear here. Okay, so you can check it later. But if I have to analyze any company, I need to know about the company. So that is what the first tab overview will give me everything about the company. So news and research, I want to know what's happening on that company, what others are doing. Yes. Any question? No, nothing. So news, this is another tab. I click on news. And here you can see news monitor has opened. All the news are coming. You can read few news, what's happening for BHP. What I like under this tab is this company research. So if I click on company research, I think this, not the new one, this one, company research at the bottom. Refinitiv have done research on BHP and they keep on doing on periodic basis, and they prepare the report. Like the last report was issued on 14th February. Before I do my report in this assessment, I would like to have a quick look at what Refinitiv have done. They may have their own criteria, may not have considered ESG, but still give you a good overview what experts are saying about BHP by Refinitiv. Okay, so you can click on this report. It's a PDF report, may have lengthy report, but you can skim and scan and read it, read the relevant sections. For example, here, how many analysts on 17 analysts following BHP, and based on this report, average is saying hold. If you have purchased, don't sell. If you have not purchased, don't purchase. So just hold, wait and see. Whereas among them, there are few who are saying who are positive, negative, but the average is saying just hold on. And there are analyses on back of that you can see. So that's news and research. You can look at that. Price and charts. You can click on this and you will be taken to the price and chart section. Okay, you can see there is again a lot of information, but under this, I find this price history, stock price history, an interesting area to explore where you can use, you want daily, weekly, monthly data. Let's say we need weekly data for last 5 years in Australian currency, update view. So this is the data that I have. Then I can export it and do my analysis, whatever I want with that. Okay, so that's a quick stock price data you can get. And then under that, price performance. So stock price is opening, closing, high, low, that's kind of information. Whereas price performance, where returns are calculated, 1 week return, 52 weeks return, one year average, things like that. So you can say period returns, 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. Okay, so quarterly, yearly, year to date, high, low based on different periods. So this is the performance of BHP. So everything is available. If you need something related to that for your assessment, come here and extract the information and report it in your presentation, in your report. So that's the history and performance. Last thing here is the chart. So charting, again, charts look really good. Daily chart, weekly chart, what you want, what kind of data to be used. But at the bottom here, what should be the time period? I need 5-year chart. It look like this one, 10 year, 20 years. Guess what? We can have that. So I'm currently on 5-year, which is using daily data. I can change it to monthly data. So now 5-year monthly data chart look like this one. So you can prepare something like that. So here then few options you can do with the chart, which you can explore by yourself. For example, you want to see the data behind these charts, you can click on this data table. So this is the price used behind the chart, so which is shown in a table format. And then if you want news as dates, I'm going to change that. So news are coming at the bottom, and then you can see if is there any news that is affecting the price. Then you can also export the chart. Export image. Okay. So it's exported. Open file, and it's there. You can report it in your Word document. So you don't need to construct your own charts. You can report as it is. So you can explore on these things further. You can annotate. I like this very much. So you can annotate, you can add a text, and you can say why this is a peak. You can add maybe negative news, something, and you can prepare that for your report. So you can add text here. Okay, so you can also add different things which are shown here. Trend lines you can add, which shows, for example, from here to here. So let me see. Don't know if it's showing. Yeah. So you can see this is a trend line. If I teach investment analysis, I teach that. So you can see if you have identified this trend line, what's happening. The price is not perfect trend line, but it's showing price coming here and close to that it's going up, coming back, bouncing. So if you had chart like this and you have established this is a trend line, first point confirmation, second confirmation. So 2 times if the trend line is met, it's not perfect, but I'm just giving you an example. It is more likely third time when price go down, it will bounce from there. And you can see it bounce from here. If you have identified this trend line in 2022, then you should know based in whenever the price comes here, it will bounce back. So this is what we do in technical analysis, but that's not the focus of this subject. Okay, so yeah, so this is charting. Then there are few estimates available. You can look at the estimates, the recommendations and the targets from the analyst. What analysts are recommending, what is the target price they are telling about BHP. A lot of things are already there you can rely upon. Okay, so this is another. Then financial information, you can extract a lot. Financial summary, income statement, balance sheet, cash flow, operating matrices, and all financial aspects are covered here. Okay, so then we have ESG. So ESG is what will be focused, environmental, social, and governance. So under that, you can see environmental and social governance. So that matrices are appearing. So if we look at here, so here is the ESG combined score, overall rating, which is composed up of ESG score and ESG controversy scores. So when you combine these two, it comes in the top row here. Okay, so you can then, currently we are in the environmental page, and under environmental page, there are 3 sub indices under environment: resource use, emission score, environmental innovation score. And you can expand them and see what are the different indicators used under each sub-index. Okay? And you can export. The beauty is you can export all that data in Excel and you can report it in your Word document. So that's environmental. Then you can go to social. And under social, you can again see overall combined score. This is for ESG. But under that, if I collapse it from here, under social, there are 3 sub-indices: workforce, human rights, community score, product responsibility. Company may be doing good in one, but not good in others. So you can see social score is impacted by sub-indices. And you can then collapse, expand individual indices, and you can see where the company is performing on individual indicators. Okay, so I expanded one, then human rights, you can expand community score and product responsibility. And then you can go to governance score. And in governance, you can also see sub indices and you can expand that and you can evaluate the performance over time. And you can change the time period here on the left side. So I'm on 3 years, 2019 to 2021. You can say you want to see 7-year data. So you can expand, you can do trend over time analysis. Okay, so that's the ESG data, ESG. So I was currently on the ESG statement tab here. I can scroll it down and I can do more ESG type of, extract more information from here. For example, ESG fact sheet, it will give me a summary stuff about BHP on ESG issues. So it will give me some interesting information here. In scorecards, you can take a screenshots of this and present it in your report. And if I go down, it gives further analysis for BHP. So it's a fact sheet which you can export as PDF, and you can then use this information in your report. Okay, so then ESG scoring profile. So I just want to see when I exported, it looked like a perfect report in itself. But you, of course, you don't need everything. You need few things to meet the assessment criteria. But I found it a lot of information is there. So then I changed from fact sheet to scoring profile. And in scoring profile, you can see E, S, and G. Overall score is 88. And in governance, there are 3 sub-indices. In environment, there are 3. In social, there are 4. Okay. So I want to know more about governance. I can click on governance, 3 sub-indices. I now want to know more about management. I can go on what are the management related indicators. And then I can see where the company is doing well, where it is not doing well. More greener is better. Reddish is there is a trouble going on there. So you can say what's going on. And as you move on the table, it shows what's happening on the side left table. So it's built very, the animation is there. So that's what scoring profile does. You can go in, out, and explore the issues. And then ESG peer analysis. Of course, we want to see how your company is doing compared to the others. Who should be the peers? That's a question that we normally ask from the same industry, same size, same country, things like that. You keep on adding. So you can see here on the left-hand side, there are indicators that you can add, criteria you can add to compare BHP's performance with the peers. First thing, you can select the year. I want to compare based on 2021. Currency is fine. Yeah, so I want to compare based on metal and mining. So here it says which area I want to select the pairs from. So here I can say only Australian companies. So I can select Australia. And in the bottom, it says what should be the size of the company. It says small, medium, large. So BHP, I know it's a large company. So I want to compare apple with apple, like large with large. And then I say where BHP stands based for the ESG. So you can see ESG score of BHP 88.16, which is for group. Both are the same. But when it comes down to the pairs, Rio Tinto, lower score. So higher score is a better. So that is what we observe in combined ESG score. But when we break it to environmental, social governance, you may see situation changes accordingly. If you want to add that, you can add here more comparison parameters. So it was ESG. I want to add overall environmental pillar. So if I want to add, click on that. You will see another column added beside ESG, which is the environmental score at the here, environmental. I want to add within environment further sub-index. So we know in environment, there are resource use, emission, and innovation. There are 3 sub-indices. So I want to add those 3 sub-indices. So now I can compare where BHP stands in particular area of environment. Then I can add sub-measure of the environment as well, maybe carbon emission, maybe niche area, where I believe it's very important for BHP to perform well in that. Maybe engagement with the local community. So I can add those and compare with the pair. So now you can see this table have been built, and you can export it in Excel or PDF, and that can be wherever it fits in your assessment. You can use that information and interpret accordingly. Okay, so that was the pair analysis. I'm going to cancel that. And then there is a sustainability dashboard, which you can also use. There are 8 scoring 8 cards they have created, Refinitiv have created based on some pre-designed criteria. Like on first card, they have environment ESG stuff. Here they have the scoring profile, and then they have the how much debt BHP is issued from sustainable financing. There are news card, greenhouse gas emission. There are 2 cards, ESG research card and ESG controversies. So there are 8 cards which are there. You may go there and extract very relevant information. So they have designed it appropriately. So this was the ESG stuff you can analyze in more detail. You don't need to be struggling about from where the data will come, information will come. everything is there. It's just how you approach that. There are other tabs you can later on explore: event, ownership, debt and credit, pair valuation. But more actions you take, you will become expert. Quick orientation has been provided today. Certification you can do, but sooner you do, better you will become, and it will impact your progress in your